How you feeling, dude? I know it was an oblique, right? A couple different times it's had you this year. That's can't be an easy one to come back from. How's things feeling right now?
Right now, great. Yeah, feeling better for sure. It was the same thing. I think the first time coming back, it just wasn't quite ready. One of those things where it feels good in cage work and in the weight room, but that little extra bit of game intensity, you just expect different things out of your body, and that made it show up for whatever reason. But as of right now, body's feeling good, and looking forward to just stringing some at bats together and getting back in the groove offensively.
How tough is it to, especially early in a season, to have an injury set you back and to know that there's so much ball ahead, but you have to like inch toward your return? It's got to be so frustrating to have to overcome an injury given the tediousness of it all.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I'm a very competitive person. I don't cut myself a lot of slack sometimes, but in the same sense, I have to learn how to be fair to myself here, because consistently at bat wise, I haven't really gotten much since spring training. It was like a week of games and then 2 weeks off, another week, another 10 days down. So understanding that, even though I felt really good in spring, it's just a matter of stringing some at bats together, making some adjustments on the fly, and just getting back into a groove, trusting the work.
Speaking of trusting in the work, obviously an incredible year, incredible couple of seasons with Reno, but 2017 especially. What did the time in Reno, how did that prepare you for the big leagues, and what did your time in the bigs so far, what has that just taught you about the process of staying competitive and staying up there?
Yeah, for sure. It's been an awesome process. I played a decent amount of time in the minors, so I felt like I was always waiting for the opportunity, and then finally it showed up. And you try not to put a lot of pressure on it, like, wow, this is the chance I've been waiting for. But in the same sense, it's like when an opportunity opens the door, you gotta take it. So just trying to stay in the in between the lines of what makes me good within myself, knowing who I am as a player, not trying to do too much. And that's kind of what I'm running into right now. Is I want to hurry up and get back to playing now that the body's feeling good, and just understanding that it's a process, and then being fair to myself. But yeah, all things considered, my time in Reno has been great. It was a time in my career where I had bounced around a few organizations. I was out from my previous organization. I was under some fresh set of eyes with the Diamondbacks. And I had to learn to, like, trust myself, trust what you got. You're a great player. Let's go prove some people wrong. And fortunately, that was what happened.
Obviously working your way back toward the big club, but what does it mean to spend some more time with the Aces, to have that cap on again, and to know, especially if you get a chance to come back here, which I guess we don't know yet, but what does it just mean to know what that team meant to you, and just to get to spend some more time with them right now?
Yeah, it's great. The guys are awesome. The staff here is great. I actually played with Lolly. Played against him, and then was teammates with him in spring, his last spring training. So that's something cool that we have in common there. So yeah, it's a great staff. Everybody's awesome. The guys are great. I know a lot of them from spring training, but a few new faces, and it's been fun.
I guess I don't know if you would know this, but do you know if it'll just be one and done today and then you're off to Arizona, or is there a chance you come to Reno this weekend?
Yeah, there's a chance. I'm planning on being there Thursday, Friday for sure.
Okay, so there's a definite. Okay, so I think when folks hear that Christian Walker is going to be back in town, that alone is going to say, "Hey, we should go to the game." Like, Christian's back in the lineup. What does that mean to know that just your presence might get a few more butts in the seats?
Yeah, that's exciting. It's very exciting. I had so much fun playing in Reno those years, and um, the city's great. The baseball's great. Obviously, the park is a lot of fun to play in and hit in, and all that. But yeah, it's exciting. There's something to say for feeling valued, and yeah, that's exciting. I don't care how you look at it.
Yeah, I know I'm looking forward to it. Tell me, you spent a lot of time here in the biggest little city. As someone who grew up here, is there any places that you remembered from Reno that you want to make sure you get back to, whether it be a restaurant or want to hit one of the tables at the casino or something? Is there anything that you enjoyed doing when you lived here?
Yeah. So obviously, with the baseball schedule, it's tough. We don't get a ton of free time, but um, breakfast and things like that is something that I really enjoy. So I will be making a trip to Peg's Glorified Ham and Eggs for sure. Getting a fat breakfast there, and then I think tomorrow we have off, so I'd love to be able to make it up to Tahoe and just chill out there for a few hours. That'd be great.
Dude, great time to be coming back. Good weather, Memorial Day weekend. You can't ask for more than that. Plus, you're rehabbing on your way back to the bigs. That's a good gig right there.
Yeah, it's fun. It'll be a good little stretch.
Anything you want to add, man? Just I mean, just about the process of getting here. We kind of talked about that, or just about playing in the bigs. I mean, you're playing at the end of the day, you're playing a game for your living, which is a ton of fun, and I'm sure you don't take for granted any moment that you get to be doing this.
No, no, no. We try not to, but it's still good to hear. It's a good reminder when people get excited when you tell them what you do for a living. We get caught up in it, and we hold ourselves to standards, and a lot of times it feels like, if I go 0 for 4, it's like life or death tonight, and that's clearly not the case. It's just a part of who we are. And but yeah, it's a great reminder, and sometimes just kind of shift in perspective and realize what's going on big picture here is amazing.
I'm just curious, any eye-opening welcome to the show moments that'll always stick with you in the last couple of years?
I mean, yeah, every moment is great, but for me, the new thing with the D-backs was getting to know this division, the NL West. I had played mostly on the East Coast before, so going to these parks, seeing Colorado, I'd only seen that park on TV, and it's amazing. And the energy at Dodger Stadium, I would say, probably my first in 17, my first was opening weekend there, or sorry, 19. My first opening day, Dodger Stadium, absolutely amazing. Like it's when I think about a baseball atmosphere like that, that's it. That was probably my most recent. You're here now.
I know Kershaw doesn't want to see you coming back up, bro.
Yeah, that was it's a funny little I feel like there's always a guy, good and bad. Like I have plenty of guys that just absolutely carve me up, and it's just one of those things.
I remember I interviewed Mark Mulder a couple summers ago, and I always like to ask pitchers, like, who's the guy that you could never get out? And he said Derek Lee started 7 for 7 against him, but they were all like bloop singles, but he could still never get past the guy. So yeah, it is funny to see those little rivalries and battles that get brought up. Anything else you want to add, man? Anything that you wanted to add, Kevin?
Yeah, I just want to ask really quick if you mentioned the people that might be excited to come see you that remember you from 2017 and are going to come out to a game they might not have before. Just kind of directly to them, what would you want to say to those people that remember you and supported you and are excited to see you again?
Yeah. To the Aces fans, I appreciate all the support in 17 and 18. It's a big part of why I am the player I am today, and the confidence that I have in myself. Thanks for the support over the years, and I hope to see you at the Aces Stadium.
That's all I got, unless either of you had anything else to add in.
Anything you want to add, man? The floor is yours, Christian.
No, I'm good. I guys appreciate you guys having me on. It's been good.
Really appreciate you taking the time, man. I think folks are going to be excited to know you're coming back to town. I'm just curious, what's the go-to order at Pegs? Because there's a lot to choose from.
That's the best question.
Yeah. So actually, I've been thinking about it for like 3 days now, and there was an order that I got. I don't know. It was always on the special board. I'll know it when I see it. It was maybe it was called like the Southwest something. I remember it was a big old omelet, and then there was like some salsa and some baked beans and all the things. It's a giant breakfast platter basically they bring out, but I'll definitely be getting one of those.
There you go. Yeah, that's the thing. They do